Valley Club, there's a lot of teams in Marvel Strike Force right now, and let's be frank, most of them are total crap. Some of them are okay, but then there's those select teams that rise above the rest of them and are worthy of being considered in the conversation for best team in the game. And in this video, we're gonna count these teams down and reveal the top teams in the game right now. You should confidently put your resources and build. So if you're ready to see who's on top and who's not, then you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you are having a great day. This video, we're talking about the 10 best teams in Marvel Strike Force, along with some honorable mentions, but there is gonna be some subjectivity to this list based on the game modes that I like. Now, you may like these game modes a little differently than I do, and your list of top 10 teams may look a little different than mine. But for myself, I think Arena is the top game mode in Marvel Strike Force because that is where you're getting power cores, which can help you in every single game mode. Raids are the next most important in my opinion because that's something that you do every day and a lot of great rewards there. Then Cosmic Crucible, mainly because I enjoy that game mode a lot more than War. You're getting okay rewards in Crucible, okay rewards in War, and I think you just go for the game mode that you enjoy more. So I enjoy Crucible more than War. So that's how these teams are going to be ranked. If you rank these teams a little different, then your list may look a little different. But before we get this countdown, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. There's at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel on a non-vacation week. I am still on vacation as you are watching this video, but next week we'll be back and we should be returning to schedule quite shortly after that. But yeah, all kinds of videos on this channel to help you in Marvel Strike Force. But let's start this list with a team that was just announced and technically is not in the game yet. This is footage from the test server, and this is the Annihilators. And the reason this is such a good team is this is the future of Arena. So right now, Arena is dominated by Old Man Logan, Super Skrull. If you have Mephisto, Mephisto is in there. This is gonna be the team that dominates it, starting with Endgame Thanos, very, very good in Arena. We also have Gore the God Butcher and Gladiator. That is the 3 that's gonna make up the main members of this team. We also have Silver Surfer Ultimus on this team. However, we're probably gonna replace these characters with someone like Old Man Logan or Apocalypse or Super Skrull or Mephisto or something like that. But yeah, Thanos Endgame, Gore the God Butcher, and Gladiator, very, very good characters in the game. And even without them being in the game right now, just them being Arena characters and what they've done with previous Arena characters like Secret Defenders, Infinity Watch, Darkhold, this team will have value in other game modes, mainly Cosmic Crucible and War. Thanos Endgame looks very, very good. So does Gore the God Butcher and Gladiator. Strong passives, strong moves. And I like that Thanos Endgame kind of has a counter, a way to deal with Safeguard that other people don't have right now. So Annihilators, they are the future of Arena and will be very, very good in Cosmic Crucible and War. Let's move back over to the live server, my main account, and talk about the next team, the Merks for Money team. Now, this is a very good team in War. Very good on War offense, War defense, wherever you want to place them. But the reason that this team is on this list so high is because of this guy, Old Man Logan. You could make the argument that this is the best character in the game right now. Super Skrull, Apocalypse, Mephisto, very, very good characters, but Old Man Logan has to be in that conversation, and he is an Arena staple right now. If you have Old Man Logan, you're using him in Arena on Arena offense, Arena defense, and that is why this is such a good character and good team. Now, the rest of this team does have a lot of value in Cosmic Crucible, mainly with Old Man Logan and Pandapool. However, I do see some Deadpools and Dawkins in the combination. Deathpool is probably still on the New Warriors in Cosmic Crucible, but as far as the War, this team is probably the best team in War right now. Old Man Logan, the rest of these characters are so dominant in War. So yes, build these characters, but the Arena MVP right now, before we get the Annihilators in the game, is Old Man Logan. He may still be on the team once the Annihilators come into the game. You may be replacing him with some other meta characters, but yeah, right now, Old Man Logan, one of the best characters in the game right now, which means that his team, the Merks for Money, is one of the best teams in the game right now. And kind of in the same vein as the Merks for Money, the Out of Time team is a very, very good War team, War offense, War defense, wherever you want to use them. But this team is on the list this high because of one character, and that is Black Knight. Now, Black Knight, I wouldn't say he is in one of the top characters in the game. He's probably in that tier right behind Old Man Logan, Apocalypse, Super Skrull, Mephisto, but still very, very good. We do have more ways to counter him, like Void Knight, big time Spider-Man. Old Man Logan is another counter for him, but still involved in arena meta. I have not seen an arena defense so far that doesn't involve Black Knight. Now, when we get the Annihilators in the game, this character may fall off, but will still be very, very good in war. And Black Knight himself will be a problem in Cosmic Crucible still. Now, we have some other characters that are very good. Captain Carter and Captain America both got moved from the Rebirth, so pretty good characters. Starbred, not that great, but Cosmic Ghost Rider, very, very dominating special, and he is, and his passive will give the entire team barrier whenever any enemy uses their ultimate. So this is a very, very good team. Let me know your thoughts on Out of Time. As we move on to our next team on the rankings, and this is the Hivemine team. Very, very good in the raids, needed for the raids. They are the solution to the bio section of the current incursion raids right now. And yeah, if you want to do the raids, you need this team. But the reason this team is mentioned so high, again, is because of arena value. Void Knight currently is in the arena meta. Now, that may fall off when the Annihilators come to the game, but Void Knight and his ultimate, where he pulls enemies together, gives them ability blocks, give all of them ability blocks if you're in the raids. Such a strong move. This team has some very, very good defensive wins along with Super Skrull in Cosmic Crucible. They're still good even without Super Skrull on defense in Cosmic Crucible. You can use them on offense as well and are a pain to deal with on defense in war. Very good if you're using them in war. So Hivemine, one of the best teams in the game and is needed for the raids right now. And another team that's needed for the raids, the mutant section of the current incursion raids, is this Extreme XMen, which also has a lot of value in Cosmic Crucible and war. But the reason, like the other teams that this team is mentioned here, is because the arena value of Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler does a few different things, synergizes very well with Old Man Logan, which is why he's used on arena defense for a lot of teams now. Also using Cosmic Crucible defense along with the Merks for Money hybrid, because he has that X-Men synergy with Old Man Logan and screws up the turn meter for the entire team if you're trying to figure out how to face this team. Forge is a very, very annoying character if you don't deal with him, can bring the Extreme X-Men back to life. Gambit has always been annoying with his counterattacks, his pings. Sunspot, if you don't deal with Sunspot right away in some modes that characters can be revived, he has a bunch of charges as well. Everybody is going to have their ultimate up. He is probably one of the more important characters in raids because of the ability energy that it provides between nodes. Not as important outside of the raids though, and same thing with Cyclops. Good in the raids. I'm hearing that some people are replacing Cyclops with the Old Man Logan in the mutant sections if you don't want to build this full team, but they're still a very good team and still inside my top 5. And another raid team that is valuable in multiple game modes is the Spider Society. They are the solution for the skill section, and the good thing about this team, they have dual tags so that building them up isn't as expensive as far as one piece of origin gear. So Spider Society, like I said, they're the solution for the raids right now, but also very, very annoying in Cosmic Crucible, very annoying to deal with in war, especially if you have some hybrid teams. There are some counters, but if you don't have those characters available because you use them on other rooms, this is a tough team to deal with. Now, they're needed not just in the incursion raids, they're also needed in the second section of the spotlight raids. So you pretty much need this team if you are doing the raids. And the good thing is if you build up this team, they have some extra value in other game modes as well. And as you can see, I took a couple of these characters up to gear 19 for Dark Dimension 7. So they have some value in that as well. And the other team that is required for the spotlight raids is this Alpha Flight team. They are such a fun team to use in the raids. If you have this team built up and are in the spotlight raids, try them on manual play. I think you'll be happy with them. Sunfire does a lot. Northstar clears revive once, big AoE attack. Wolverine, some high damage. We got some value from Sasquatch and Guardian as well. And the good thing about this team, they also have some value on war defense, and they're very annoying to deal with on war defense. But some of these other characters, not really Wolverine and Sunfire, but characters like Northstar has value in other game modes because his ultimate does clear revive once from all allies. Sasquatch, you could make the argument that he is now the best pre-taunt in the game. And Guardian, well, he has offense up to all allies. He does that on spawn, so he fits into a bunch of different teams. He also has offense up on his special to all allies. He has a very early stun in his ultimate. So we have some plug-in value for Northstar, Sasquatch, and Guardian, not just in the raids and in war defense, but Cosmic Crucible as well. Now, there are a few other teams that you need for the raids, but if we're talking about the best teams in the game, I think Cabal is one of the top 10 teams in the game. Now, they're pretty much for Cosmic Crucible and then some other events like some tower modes and other things like that. They're okay in war, especially if you combine them with Zemo, some other characters, but they are dominant in Cosmic Crucible. Usually the toughest room that my opponents have is what Cabal takes out. Lots of great bonuses here. Iron Patriot is a very, very early, strong special, applies vulnerable, big AoE attack, another big AoE attack with Namor, and Leader just gives a lot of synergy to villains and the rest of this Cabal team. So very, very good. Cosmic Crucible is where you're gonna mainly you get the benefit from these characters. Like I said, they're okay in war. And as you can see, like some of these other characters that you've seen on this list, I did take all three of these characters in Gear 19. They are very, very good in Dark Dimension. A few times when you have all their cooldowns all set, you're gonna do a lot of damage. Sometimes when the cooldowns aren't set, you're gonna get days that you're just kind of resetting their cooldowns. So okay in Dark Dimension, but because of their value outside of Dark Dimension, I think they're great picks to take into Dark Dimension. And one of the best reworks we've ever seen in Marvel Strike Force was the entire rework of the Sinister Six, and they are making this spot here as one of the best teams in the game. Now, really, it's about the Superior Six and Vulture and Mysterio. The rest of these characters aren't as good. Their reworks weren't as good. I don't really have them built up enough because I don't think they're as valuable as the rest of them, but Superior Six, great in Cosmic Crucible. You may need to replace Vulture on some of those Cosmic Crucible nodes to get some extra speed based on what you're facing and based on the room. Lizard, you might want to pull him off the team and use him to counter other teams like maybe a Spider Society with a lot of buffs that you want to clear early on. But all these, all 7 of these Sinister Superior Six characters, very, very good. Mysterio has a very early ability block, early blind, very, very good character. Spider Slayer, big AoE attack, and yeah, you guys know about Green Goblin Classic and Doc Ock, but Kraven, early ability block as well, big AoE attack. This is a very, very strong team. Now, the current rules in Cosmic Crucible are kind of phasing this team out, so they're not going to be here forever, but they are going to be great in war and really, really good in Cosmic Crucible for a long time. I think you still are a good investment building this team. And the last team, it came down to between the Secret Defenders and Masters of Evil. We got 2 characters that are still really, really used, or I really use nowadays, in Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, and Black Cat. Masters of Evil has Kang. Titania's not used as much as I used to, so I went with Secret Defenders over Masters of Evil. Now, as you know, this was the arena team for a while. This team is kind of not in the meta anymore. Once in a while, you'll still see Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, or Black Cat. Miss Marvel, Hardlight, and Photon is totally out, and Doctor Strange has always kind of sucked, even after his rework. But this is a good team. Robbie Reyes, early ability block, lots of bleeds, lots of control. Black Cat is a very early stun. Miss Marvel Hardlight has a very early taunt with some speed bar manipulation as well. So even though they won't be in the arena meta, I think their value in Cosmic Crucible and War alone does justify their place on this list. And moving on to honorable mentions, like I said, Masters of Evil was so close to making this list. It was either Masters of Evil or Secret Defenders. I went Secret Defenders, but Masters of Evil has to be mentioned and the honorable mention. They would be on that 10B spot instead of the 11 spot. So Masters of Evil definitely makes the honorable mentions. Undying is a great team in Cosmic Crucible and War. The Illuminati, they're very good in Cosmic Crucible, even without Captain Britain. They're great on offense. They're good on defense. And if you are still doing the raids, these teams are needed in the raids. The Bifrost team and the Pegasus team, I wouldn't overly invest in them because they probably will be replaced when we get the next raid coming in the game, but you still need them as of now. So Pegasus, Bifrost are on that honorable mentions list. Let me know what you think of this list. Are there some teams that you would move up or move down? Wasn't really listed in a particular order except by game modes, arena, then raids, and then some of our Cosmic Crucible and War teams. But let me know your thoughts on this list. Hopefully you enjoyed this list and did get some value from it. If you did get some value, leave the video a like because it is free for you. It really helps out the channel. It really helps out that YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see what are the best characters to farm right now in Marvel Strike Force, check out the video up there. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.